So Dublin is tradition now, of course, taking up their position just in front of their loyal fans down there near Hill 16. So take a check on the teams then, and the Leinster champions and favourites today name an unchanged 15 from that which started against Clare. Dave Foran, substituted then and subsequently suspended, is back alongside Paul Clarke in the Dublin midfield. Foran, who played in the 1979 All-Ireland final, one of 5 players with previous senior final experience, the others being John O'Leary, fullback Jerry Hargan, the captain Tommy Carr, and the wing forward and free taker, of course, Charlie Redmond. We got that terrific welcoming ovation from their fans, and with Martin Shoblin's withdrawal through injury, Donegal now show 2 changes from the team that started against Mayo. John Joe Doherty is introduced into the backs, while Manus Boyle takes up duty at number 15. Positional switches show James McHugh listed at right half forward, alongside his brother Martin, with Joyce McMullen completing the half forward line. McMullen happy to be recalled to the side following his substitution against Mayo, while Manus Boyle from Killybegs is positioned at left corner forward.
There would be the intimidating factor, like, say, for instance, which Keith Barr used when McHugh missed the first free of the match after a minute, when he said, well, McHugh, you haven't got the bleep to do this. And just when McHugh had scored his 3rd point, he says, back to Keith Barr as he was running out, having scored his 3rd point, he said back to Keith, he says, well, we see now who's got the bleep.
Bonner aimed inside. Joyce McMullen in there challenging, comes down here, and it's hit some off the post from James McHugh. Martin McHugh fires it over the bar. It was the very least that attack deserved. Keith Barr, as usual, to wallop it back into the opposition half of the field as they challenge for it. Scrambles loose, won by Desi Farrell, and it's gone outside, but the referee says at the push it, it's a penalty. Charlie Redmond kicking, and he's put it wide. He's put it wide, and I can only think that perhaps it's poetic justice. Paddy won't agree. Sheedy gathering towards Vinnie Murphy. It's looking good for Vinnie Murphy against Matt Gallagher. Ominous for Donegal in these early minutes of this match, and that's gone over the bar. There can't have been too much in it. Now Donal Reid has intimated that he plans to retire from senior football after this final. That's in towards Manus Boyle. Jersey Tug fed inside nicely. James McHugh, and that's sailed over the bar. A nice point by James McHugh, his first of the match.
Donegal trying to counteract Keith Barr's freeze into Vinnie Murphy by dropping Anthony Malloy back in front of him.
It hasn't worked this time either. He's won 3 balls now in succession, but they group well, the Donegal backs, but still, Sheedy's available to take the pass, and it's simplicity itself, but so effective. Barnes judged brilliantly by Bonner. In towards Anthony Malloy, fisted forward superbly to Tony Boyle, unmarked momentarily, now going by Hargan, and a chance here to Manus Boyle. Oh, and somehow he's put it up and over the bar, with the goal absolutely yawning in front of him. This is Jack Sheedy against Martin McHugh. Did good work to come back, makes the kick difficult for Jack Sheedy, who watches, and the umpire gives the positive salute, but it's gone over the bar.
When did Brian McAniff know that Donegal were going to lift the Sam Maguire Cup?
I think when McHugh raced through the centre of the Dublin defence, as Sean O'Neill spoke the previous on to me on the phone about going down the mouth of the gun, McHugh actually went at Dublin that day and he showed the way forward, and you know, you can't take it from the little man. He pointed the way for Donegal, and I felt when he went down past Keith Barr and 3 other Dublin defenders to rifle over that point, I says, our time has come, we're going to beat Dublin.
Donegal behind by just a point, by 5 points to 4, coming looking for an equalising score. Martin McHugh, one of the cleverest footballers in the country. Still Martin McHugh drawing 4 Dublin defenders to him, and he slots it over the bar for the equaliser. 2 points for Martin McHugh. Donegal are back in the attack again. Some great shouldering back in defence. Martin Gavigan was part of the action, and Declan Bonner puts it over the bar. And for the first time in the match, Donegal hit the front. Declan Bonner from the Rosses. Manus Boyle feeding it back here. Tony Boyle to Manus, I should say. Now Tony once again. He's kicked it well, and he's kicked it truly, and he's put it over the bar. Delivering the ammunition inside towards Desi Farrell. Got there well, and he's kicked it over the bar. In towards Manus Boyle. Fetched well. Turning nicely on his right-hand side, and effortlessly put over the bar. Up here by James McHugh. Nicely inside to Martin McHugh. They dovetail very nicely indeed, wanting to make an impact in this Donegal's first final, and what an impact they're making. In towards Vinnie Murphy, a chase in there with Matt Gallagher. Needing to be disciplined. Nicely across the face of the goal, outside for the corner forward, and Mick Galvin obliges. 12 minutes remaining. Donegal 14 points, Dublin 9. And Tony Boyle, challenged by Paul Clark, comes back here again. Still advancing, Manus Boyle. Manus looks to put this one on its way, and it's over the bar. Is that the kind of point that will now ensure Donegal's first All-Ireland final success? Tommy Carr has gone forward for once, the Dublin captain, outside towards Vinnie Murphy. Has a scoring chance here. Vinnie Murphy going through, and he's put it over the bar. Niall Guyden. Guyden against Donal Reid. Oh, into space neatly for Healy to come onto. Usually scores a point. And that's his regular point in the championship for the afternoon. One back there by Barry Cunningham. Left-footed forward towards Manus Boyle. Can they kill it off here with the goal? They're satisfied with a point. Fed inside towards Jack Sheedy. Donegal back there en masse, fisted out, won there, big cheer from the Donegal following, but lost. And it's Vinnie Murphy going in, and somehow the goalkeeper conspires to deny him. Joyce McMullen. Is this to be it for Donegal? It would be a victory that would give a great deal of heart to so many counties around the country. Bonner has put it over. 4 points for Declan Bonner. And Donegal look to be on their way to their very first championship victory. Martin McHugh there, anxious for the full-time whistle, and it's over! And Donegal has won the All-Ireland final. They win by 4 points. A tremendous contribution by Manus Boyle with 9. Declan Bonner with 4. The man directing operations, Martin McHugh, got 3. The team captain, Anthony Malloy, gave a stirring performance in midfield. Their backs were quite superb. And it's a win that will thrill Gaelic fans, I'm sure, throughout the country. History is made. Anthony Malloy, the first Donegal man to lift Sam. It's a terrific day for all these people and for Donegal people all over the world.
It was unreal. When I looked up at the canal end and Hogan Stand, it was a sea of green and gold. And my heart raced, and I thought of the lads that gone by that had done so much and hadn't accomplished anything, players as good as we were, but just didn't know how to win. And it just was a great occasion for Donegal, and I got a great satisfaction myself personally, because I'd spent a lot of years in trying to attain that success. Now the high is gone, and there's an inner low satisfaction that it has been done, and probably the greatest satisfaction of all, Adrian, to be fair about it, was what it meant to the people of Donegal. Gave me the greatest satisfaction of all, even more so than winning the Sam Maguire.